Hi, welcome back. I am Paul Chartier. We have with us the group OWL, Opportunity for Work and Learning, David Boggs, President and CEO.
Thank you.
Amber Vance, the Program Director with ACES. Yes, welcome. You've never been on before.
No, I haven't.
Are you a nervous wreck?
No, I'm pretty good.
Well, that's a show off for you, aren't you? Yeah.
You're just so
Good for
welcoming,
you.
I can't help
Good.
it.
It's just a conversation. I love having you on, and you know that, because the significance of what you do, not just production-wise, but what you do for the people who you get back on the right track and for our community is simply amazing. Tell people about OWL.
Thank you, Paul, for having us on again, and we really appreciate the opportunity to share Al again with our community, because not only do we do production work, but the most important thing is the transformation in the work that takes place in the lives of people that go through our program every year.
Yep, yep.
And it's just amazing to see them come in as one person and changed throughout the process as they leave and enter into full-time employment in our community.
Companies that use you as outsource are not using you because you're a nice guy, because you're a charity. It's because you do great work.
Yes.
So that's why you exist. You also take people and get them back on the right track. So let's talk about the production side of what you do, and then we'll talk about the people.
Yes, we have currently 27 different companies in our community that we do some type of outsourced work for it.
For example?
For example, for Snyder Electric, we do some assembly and packaging of parts that they ship all over the world. We also do some automotive parts for some of the vendors for Tier 1 companies in our community. We also do some workshop work for wood, that we do some saw cutting, and also for a new entrepreneur in our community. And so the vast of work that we do ranges from very simple to very complex, but the whole purpose of the work is to focus on soft skills that people need to get out into the workforce.
So you earn your way in to win bids.
Yes.
And then you do a great job with these companies.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. But that's not the entire story about OWL.
Oh,
Talk
no.
about the people side of it.
Oh, no, the work side of it is just the way to the end of seeing a successful person leave our program.
Yeah.
And we really appreciate all the customers that we do work for, and they buy into our mission and realize how valuable it is to change lives in our community and neighborhoods. And the people that come to our program have different types of disabilities. It can be physical disabilities, mental disabilities. It could be a combination of both, or they could be some other type of barrier to employment where they've been out of the workforce because of some health reason, or may have never worked in their life and just now finding their career path.
How many people annually, in general, do you retrain, get back on the right track, and then cast them out into Lexington?
We annually have about 75 to 125 people that go through our work training program. Some of them are there for just work adjustment, which means they just come to get some work experience, while others are looking for full-time employment opportunities. So annually we find about 50 jobs a year that are full-time employment positions for individuals that complete our program. And we not only serve Lexington, but we also serve our neighboring counties as well.
So you're taking up to 125 people a year who normally are receivers of benefits, and now you're making them into productive contributors to our community that benefit all of us, maybe in silent ways, but think about how it benefits them as well.
Yes, not only do we help with people getting jobs and being productive employees within our community, but it's amazing the change that we see in people's attitudes, their mindset, their self-esteem. It's just like a metamorphosis of a butterfly.
Yes,
when you see the lives as they change through our programming.
So that is OWL.
Yes.
You have a new program called ACES.
Yes, we launched a brand new program this year called ACES, and it is working with a specific population that we have not been working with at this time. And Amber Vance is our director for that program, and we're pleased to have her on this program tonight.
Are you new to OWL?
I am.
How long have you been with OWL?
3 months.
And where were you before?
I was at a program in Winchester called Stride.
And what attracted you to OWL?
They're wanting to create something new that within the 2 waivers that we work with are the Sports for Community Living waiver and the Michelle P. waiver. And OWL is so unique in that they're creating something where they're truly changing whole lives. Instead of focusing on one specific service and wanting to change one small aspect, it's building these whole lives. And like you said, taking somebody who wasn't a productive member of society or not seen as capable and productive and showing also the society that they are.
The self-esteem must be amazing. So ACES in specific, you're new to OWL and they hired a star to run the program.
Thank you.
Talk about the program.
Our program works, like I said, with the Sports for Community Living waiver and the Michelle P. waiver. So we work with people who have intellectual and developmental disabilities, whether that be Down syndrome, autism, developmental delay, all different kinds of disabilities. And it can also be physical disabilities. So we'll take these people and help them get employment or also help them just get out in the community. Unfortunately, some of these people, their lives can be kind of small. The only people that are in their lives are paid to be there. So we want to build friendships and relationships and show society also that these people are valued members of society. They can be your friend, they can be your neighbor, they can be your coworker. We're
going to put your phone number up and your website that people can contact you if they know people with those specific conditions.
Absolutely.
And then they can contact you. The program is new. How did you borrow this idea from someone or did you develop it yourself? How did it happen?
There are several waiver providers across the state. It's taking that idea and then moving with it and creating something new and something better is what we're trying to do.
So when they, by the way, your plant, your office is off of Newtown Pike, off of Kennedy Road?
Kennedy Road.
Kennedy Road. And how many square feet do you have?
Altogether, we occupy about 115,000 square feet of space.
So you're not just like a little fly-by-night former food mart that you've converted into greatness. You've got a significant footprint in Lexington. Back to ACES. How do you attract people to you? And then when they come to you, is it a work environment, 9 to 5, or how does that program work?
As far as participants?
Yes.
We would bring someone in. We work with a lot of case managers. Anybody that's on the waiver has a case manager, and my goal is really to build a really strong relationship with those case managers. I think it really takes a team to make an impact on these people's lives. And then also with parents, different parent organizations that I'm affiliated with, and just networking is a big part of it.
So the power of this program, and thankfully people from Channel 27 for nearly 10 years have been doing this program for free. Thanks to them, and then it airs on channels 3 and 14, but we have a Facebook link. So you've got that Facebook link. Who will you send that to tell them about ACES? What case man, I mean, what organizations, what people, how do you identify
There's
them?
lots of different independent case management agencies that I'll be sending it to. Then you have the ARC of Kentucky that works with a lot of different people with different disabilities. You have DSAC, which is the Down Syndrome Association of Central Kentucky. They support a lot of people. You have the Autism Society. There's so many different organizations, and that's one thing that I want to get out there as well, is that someone who has a child with a disability, and they might not know that all these support groups are out there.
What is heartbreaking is that these bodies have captured the soul and they can't get out. Whether it's Down syndrome, autism, I mean, that's their being for the rest of their lives. Thank God they're loving people, and thank God for people like you that are going to get the most out of them, give them the self-esteem, give them a place to go, and work with them and help them change their lives to do things that probably they had no idea that could happen.
I think a big point, though, is showing society that they're perfect just the way they are. They're not.
Absolutely. We're not going to change them the way all of us are. Let's get the most out of them.
Exactly. We want to give them the best supports that they can so that they can show the world I am capable.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
productive. Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
So let's not feel sorry for people.
Exactly.
Right.
Let's take whatever kind of power people have and just get the most out of it.
That's a big thing with businesses. When we want to find someone a job, it cannot be a pity thing. It cannot be a charity thing.
Well, and look at yourselves. People aren't continuing. You've been with Al how many years?
8 years now.
People are not giving you jobs just to be nice to you.
Oh no.
Because the work that you reflects on them as producers. And if anything is amiss, it's going to reflect badly on them, and you're not going to have a contract again.
Right.
But you've been doing this for 8 years, and your business keeps on growing.
Yes.
And it's amazing.
Yeah, well, it just continues to grow. And we recently got a new contract because of our networking out of South Carolina. And that is already growing. And when we decided to establish the ACES program, we said, we're not going to use the benchmark of everybody else's program. We're going to take it to the next level. And that's what when I interviewed Amber and talked to her, I said, we don't want just another program. We want a quality program that will be a showcase and be a difference maker in individuals' lives.
So status quo is not good enough for you? You've got to climb that ladder and exceed that, don't you, David?
Yes, it's part of my inner being.
Getting the most out of whoever you are.
Absolutely,
Exactly.
yeah.
Amber, with ACES, whether it's this program or another one, what are the challenges that you have that we can help you with?
Big thing is finding people who have the right heart and soul to do this work. I feel like that I can train almost anybody to do this work, but if you don't have the heart and soul for it,
You got to have that passion.
You have to have that passion.
Absolutely, yeah.
This is something you have to truly love people, and you have to want the best for them. So finding the good people to come in and work with me to help really change these people's lives. And then just finding, we're adding a couple of programs right now. We're adding a therapy program that we're working towards, and talking about the space that we have. We're working on renovating space so that we can have different therapy rooms. So we're adding speech, physical therapy, occupational therapy, and behavior supports. And all of those will help people be more better contributors and help people be better in their lives.
You're still a young lady.
Yes.
Where did you go to college?
I'm Midway College.
Did you ever think that when we were in college, did you ever think going through college that you would be sitting here getting paid for doing what you're doing right now?
It actually fell in my lap. I was actually a summer job, and I actually just fell in love with this population. It was, you think that you're going to do something else, and you find your passion, you find your purpose.
Again, these people they did not choose to have Down syndrome. They didn't choose to have autism. And they are that way, and God loves them the way they are. And yes, they can be productive. No, we don't need to be sorry for them.
Exactly.
And to have a safety net like OWL to be able to provide for them and get the most out of them, and have people with great hearts like you getting the most out of them, their family and parents probably love what you're doing right now.
It's wonderful when I have a parent reach out to me and say, I've heard this is what you're doing, like explain it to me, how are you doing this? I haven't heard of something exactly like this before. And then I explain about, I just don't want to impact this one part of their lives. I want to make these whole lives to where they can live independently if they want to. They can handle their own bills. And it's all in supporting them in the way that they need. They're capable of anything. It's endless what they are capable of.
Your decision making continues to impress me. That you not only hire a great person with a great passion, but you start ACES, and that combination is going to provide greatness. In the last minute, let's talk about the golf tournament.
Oh yes, besides OWL and all of its manufacturing program and ACES and the OWL Center and everything else we have going on, we have a separate foundation, and each year our foundation has a golf outing, and this is year number 8 for the golf outing, and we're having it at July the 30th at the UK Club. The last 3 years we've averaged 104 golfers, and we have some wonderful sponsors that have been there every year for us, and it continues to grow, and it's a great opportunity for people to get engaged in our organization in a different way. And we use all the funding from this outing, not for anyone's salary. No salary is used for this. And we use the funding to support programs in our community, such as the back to school program for backpacks, church events, and other things as well as OWL.
So this golf tournament, in closing, is not just about golf. It's about exposure for all the great things that you do and sharing the good news.
Yes.
It's outstanding.
Thank you.
David, thank you so much.
Thank
Amber,
you.
congratulations.
Thank you.
You were the great team.
I am.
Please go to the website, look up OWL. If you know people that have issues, that need help, need some direction and some loving guidance, OWL can do it for you. I'm Paul Chartier. Thanks for watching.